Hello, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, Martians and aliens. We're not speciesists on this channel. Everybody's welcome. My name's Alan, and welcome to Mars, the Second Genesis. Today, guys, we've got a cracker for you. Now, the image you see here was taken by Ingenuity. And if you don't know, that's their helicopter. You know, the one that seems to have sort of somehow went haywire. Aye, right. Now, there's quite a few images made available to the public. And this is one of 5 that I've looked at. The other ones were so degraded you couldn't see anything in them. They were absolute garbage, even for NASA standard. And all this here, see all this shit here? These are all structures at the back. When you see the enhancement, I think you'll be quite surprised. In fact, I was actually surprised we found anything at all in these Ingenuity images. And I'm very surprised they actually made any available to the public before their mysterious helicopter died a death. I'm not saying anything about that one. Must think we're stupid. Anyway, without further ado, let's have a wee look at what I've managed to bring out. Now, as you see, looks a bit different. I had to work some serious magic here. Now, see all this garbage here? This crap here? That's what they've overlaid in the image. And unfortunately, the enhancement process has actually brought that out. So, I'm sorry about that, but let's take a wee look, shall we? Right, the first thing that caught my eye was this mysterious thing. Now, as you see, I'll zoom in. If I've got that zoomed in enough, we can see that these are straight lines, and straight lines normally don't appear in nature. Wonder why they're on Mars. So you see here and down. Now, even the so-called CGI sand is hiding stuff. Look, to cut a long story short, I believe this is a structure, or one of many. You know, look at this. All the stuff here, it's all covered in this Martian fluff, we'll call it. That's what I call it, Martian fluff. Right, so let's take a wee tour here, shall we? We'll look at the back. Now, to give a wee bearing here, this is normally the hill you see in the background in the normal images. And as you can see, there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. Now, I believe all these are structures. I'll zoom right in. I hope I've not zoomed too much. But I believe these are all structures. Let me see this here. And we've got this. That is definitely a structure. If you look at that, parallel lines. You see all this fluff? This was their attempt to disguise all this in the original image. And as you can clearly see, there is structural elements below this fluff. And we can look here. That's a structure, no doubt about it. Again, here. We've got something here, all along here. Down there as well. But you can see below the so-called sand, we've got structural elements. We've got it here. That's a row of structures. I'll zoom in. It's quite hard for me to judge this for you. For me, that's too zoomed in. So you need to bear with me here. I hope this is zoomed in enough for you, but not too much, it turns to crap. Hopefully you can see the straight lines and the structural elements here. Under all this fluff, there is structures, structural elements, structural beams, God knows what it is, but you can see here that this is a lot deeper than what we're seeing in the normal images. I believe that NASA has raised the ground plane on everything and they leave wee bits sticking up from the ground plane and they make them look like rocks. They map sand and garbage to all the ground plane and it all blends in, and then they put an overlay over it and then they make it this orange colour. But when you cut through it, you can see, look at that for a wee minute, and you can see part of the structure, but then below the sand, which is kind of half transparent now, you can see the structure there. And it goes down a lot more than what we see in the normal images. And here's this bit we started with. And next to that we've got, now this looks like piping, but you can see there's a structure there. All this, if it's pipes, it could be structural beams. But you can see there's clearly something there, and it's certainly no sand. And we've got this here. There are structures everywhere. You can see it there. You can see it at the back. But this fluff, it hides a lot of it, but you're getting a general idea of what's there. And the same here. Now, I'm going to take you down the bottom end here. This is interesting. Now that to me looks like a structure. Again, it might not be, it might be just rock. It's hard to tell. But what is quite clear here, that this comes down, it steps down. And if you look at the shape of that, it curves. And we've got this. And we can see the so-called CGI sand. I think these are pipes. And as we go down, this here, when I seen this, the hairs in the back of my neck stood on end. I think this is some sort of dam. And if you look where these things are here, this looks like pipes. Through each pipe, there's water gushing. Through all the pipes, look, 1, 2, 3, they've all got this white. And it's there again. There it's there. And there is a smoking gun. Now, I'm going to stick my neck out here and tell you I think that's water coming out of pipes. Because it looks like it. Looks like a wee waterfall there. Why would water be coming out of pipes if there was no one living on Mars? And it makes sense that it curves round like a dam. So there maybe be water somewhere. But when you look at this for a distance, you can see if you look round here, you can actually see that this is structures, or was structures. You just look at the shape of things. But that definitely looks like water coming out. The fact that all these look like some sort of piping and the same thing is at all the pipes. I mean, it just so happens next to these things there might be white rocks. I don't think so. I mean, if you look at this, that looks like water coming out. The behaviour of the white looks as if it would be water if you're looking down on it. So I think, and it's only my opinion, and it's speculation, but that looks like a dam and that looks like a spillway to me. And with water gushing out of pipes. That's strange, that one, eh? Look at this, I don't know what this is. This could be piping. Could be structural beams. I've got this here. Looks like structural elements. And if you look at the dominant shape here, again, looks sort of structural. And that. All this is structures. That just looks amazing. Especially this bit. See the way it comes up and then it joins onto that. You know, when you look at it at a distance, there's a lot going on in this image. We'll take a wee... We've not actually looked at this piece up the back here. Now, one of the things I noticed, I'm going to zoom right into this. That no longer looks like a mountain. I mean, if you look, it comes along, down at a 90-degree angle, and along. So that's a structure. This is structures. This piece here. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a bit of blur. Now sometimes adding a bit of blur helps you to be able to see a bit clearer, although it's not as sharp. You can see outlines a lot better without the distraction of NASA's garbage. Now you can see there's lines of possible structures. This could be a main structure here, with parts coming in. And we've got this structure here, and we can see all this. This here. So sometimes when you're enhancing something, put a blur in it, or what I like to do sometimes rather than blurring it, I put what they call in digital terms noise, but you would describe it as grain, but in digital terms it's called noise. But you can see things a bit clearer when it's, in this case, when it's blurred. And if you look at this here, that's not sand. Look at it. So you've got to be a bit of a detective as well. Not only do you need to be good at enhancement, but it helps if you're good at piecing together the bits of the puzzle. Joe from Art Alien TV, he does a great job at orientation, like saying this is to the north, this is to the south. I'm terrible with these sort of things. I'd get lost in the toilet if it wasn't for my wife. But where I'm good at is bringing things out that seem impossible to bring out. But you can clearly see there, that looks like a dam. I mean, look at that, the way it's constructed. May not be the way we'd construct it, but that to me is a dam. You know, this could be a lake here. Now, if you look at this here as well, that's straight. This could be structural elements. I mean, you can see something below the fluff. I mean, you can see right away that's a structure. When I look at that, I see structures, I see intelligently made objects. When you look at these so-called mountains in the back, that looks like structures. And this here, I mean, look at the way that curves round. Mountains don't do that. Sand doesn't have a big cylinder in the centre with pieces coming off like the spokes of a wheel, you know. It's in my honest opinion, and this is only my opinion, I think NASA has seen this from orbit and they've seen that there's some sort of reservoir or dam or a water processing plant. So I think they've seen that, and knowing that at some point they're going to be sending humans to Mars, they're going to need water, because humans need water. And what better place to land them than the middle of a treatment plant or a water processing plant? So I think personally what they're there for is to investigate what this is. And they've seen from orbit all this. They would have known that a rover couldn't climb this. So what better way to investigate is to stick a wee helicopter on the underside of the rover to do the honours. And that's what the helicopter's for. But that's only my opinion, and it's only speculation. I'm going to just let you have another good look at this that I think's water. That looks like a pipe, and I hope you can see it in the video, but that looks like water coming down, hitting rocks or land and flowing down a hill. It could be a spillway, it could be an overflow, maybe the dam or whatever's, maybe this is all water. We don't know. But looking at this, yeah, they're definitely hiding all this. And it's criminal. It really is. I mean, I cannot understand why they're hiding this from the public. I mean, they've been at it for decades, lying about the moon, about Mars. You know, why change now? You know, it's not that the public don't know. The people who are interested in this are trying to show the people who care more about their next mobile phone or their car or their house that this is a reality and it's real. And that's why NASA are getting away with this, because the general population just doesn't care. That's why I do what I do, and to try and educate people and say, well, look at this. This is no my imagination. I'm not making this shit up. This is the real deal. That's from the surface of another world. Another civilization actually lived there, and they could still be living there. And me personally, if they are there, I don't think they're a threat, because if they were, I think they'd have done something long ago. And this is something, again, it's my own opinion, but what is NASA really up to? Are we a threat to them? And I think it's important that we focus on what we're doing and really try and push this and let the people know what is going on and what really is on the surface of Mars. And to help me do that, I'm going to be doing some tutorial videos on how to prepare X3D images for publication on social media. I'll take you into Stereo Photo Maker. I'll show you how to bring your images in, how to process them, and how to take them into Photoshop, do the final deeds in Photoshop to enhance them. So that's coming soon as well. So I hope this has give you a wee insight into what's going on here. And as ever, let me know in the comments what you think. I always put the links in the description that you can go get the image yourself and process it and have a wee look. So that ends the video, and thank you for watching.